Oh, I'm live. I was like reading this thing. Moderators. Oh, hi. Hello. I just did that super awkward, like people staring at the screen thing. I never do that. Oh my gosh. I'm untrained here. Hi, everybody. Let me just fix this. I might take you guys with me for a minute because I'm making myself some hot cocoa. So, welcome everybody. Welcome to those who are watching on the replay and just totally caught that awkward moment of me staring at the screen, which I swear I would never do that. But it's been a long time since I've been on YouTube. It's wild. I know. Melissa, hi. Gloria, hi. I'm going to try to turn off comments on here so that I can read comments on Hide All Chat. Oh, wait, it's not like all hidden. Is it just hidden for me? I don't know what I'm doing here. But I'm going to try to just read my computer here so I can look at messages from here and not be distracted.
Ready to start eating healthier?
And of course,
Meet Kachava.
an ad is coming up. Okay, let the ads run. Hi. Everybody, come on in. It's so exciting. I'm just going to be looking over here to look at my, to read comments and such. But happy winter solstice, Yule tidings, Merry Christmas, Christmas Hansa Kwanzaa Ka, whatever. I don't know. I decided to come on and say hi. Somebody asked me if I was going to do a 2023 reading, and I literally decided like last night I was going to do it. So, yes. Yule tidings, everyone. So I figured I would just like hop on really quick. But then, of course, I had to do all these things behind the scenes that took me more than you could even imagine. Took me more time. Like, just so many things were like holding me back from being able to do this. Stupid things. Like, even I dropped Meadow off at my mom's house, and I literally like forgot my phone. My mom lives in an apartment. You can't like call up to her apartment. So I had to drive back here and then drive back to drop her off. So just like everything was working against me. But I was like, the makeup's on, the outfit's on. We are doing it. The hair is still a little bit messy, but whatever. The energy's so messy. Yeah. I was actually making myself some hot cocoa. So I don't know. Yes, happy winter solstice. Oh, Susan, you're here. Hi. I was like, oh, I should go tell Susan. Because Susan's the one, Curio number 7. I'm assuming that's you, Susan, right? She's the one that was like, are you doing a 2023 tarot reading? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Hi, Ruth, Melissa Jade, Magnus, Brookso, Marshmallow, yeah, oh my God. Haven't seen you in so long. Yes, it's Sue. Okay, great. Mwah, 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 mwah. Do you guys mind if I go finish making myself my hot cocoa? Maybe it'll give you a minute. Angela, hi. It'll give you a minute to, maybe y'all can make some tea. You were hoping I did one. Yeah. Maybe you guys can make some tea. I'm just going to make a quick hot cocoa in my Keurig machine. Just so I can like ground myself and be here. You're making some tea. Okay, good. Okay, let's all get some tea. We're all excited to see each other. Okay, nobody minds. Okay. I was gonna go do tea, but I only have caffeinated tea, and I will be up until 4 o'clock in the morning, especially on the winter solstice if I do that. So I will be right back. You guys go make yourself some tea. I'll do the same. Don't mind the mess behind. Like, look at the mess under my tree right now. I'm looking at the screen. I really tried to hide the mess, but I couldn't clean it. Okay, I'll be right back. Be right back. I'm here. Oh my God, I've never had a Keurig take so long in my life. Okay, how we doing? Does everybody, is everybody telling where you're from? Yeah, what is everybody doing to celebrate the winter solstice? Where are you guys watching from? London, UK. Oh, Kim Savage, that's my best friend. Oh, no, I'm gonna cry. You had a pot on all day with cinnamon, orange, allspice, and apple. Smells so good. If I'm being honest, like for one, this is what I'm doing for the winter solstice. But also, my sort of celebrations are probably going to be happening tomorrow because today it was a little all over the place. Pottstown, PA, Norfolk, Virginia. Love that. My sister used to live in, she used to be stationed on the base in Virginia. Her husband was a Marine. What is that? That's near Norfolk, isn't it? Darian was one of the things that got me through some of the hardest times in my life. Aw. She was doing daily lives. Remember that? The daily lives. I have this green candle here. Portuguese islands. I learned so much from your videos. It's really good to see you. Thank you so much. Outside of Phoenix, Arizona. So I have this green candle in this adorable little thing. Look at it. It's like super crooked though. But it's waxed in there, so it should be good. Let's not be lighting fires today. I've missed you spoil so much. I think you didn't mean that word. Today I was training for a concert. Yes, Gloria is an opera singer. Gloria, you have to, I don't know if you're allowed to post links here, but post a link. Do you have any things? Japan? Shut up. That's amazing. Watching from, is it pronounced Osaka? Autocorrect, yes. Are you on an iPhone? Because I feel like iPhone autocorrect, it's like they purposely fuck the words up really bad. Jamal Johnson, how you been? Okay, so I'm gonna light this candle. Let's say a little prayer, shall we? For the winter solstice. So during this winter solstice, it's such a beautiful time to allow things to die. Watching from Greece. It's a beautiful time to allow things to die. So let's ponder the question for a moment. If you'd like to take a nice deep breath with me, let's just like sit back. I know everybody's is so excited and commenting and chatting, but like let's just take a minute to kind of ground ourselves and really be here and be present in this moment. And I'll come back and read your comments. So however you'd like to ground, sometimes it's just nice to I like to just take my hands and just like rub my legs and just kind of feel my body and be kind of more present in my body and say hello to myself. And I like to imagine a cord running from my root chakra all the way down to the center of the earth. And just attaching all the way down at the center. And then this is a beautiful cord I can set to release and just release there's so much like stress and messiness. Somebody said that the energy was very messy. So much like, it's before the holidays, it's traffic's insane outside. Everybody's like rushing to get their holiday shopping done. I'm already done, but we're still, us empathic folks are still, we get swept up in that energy too. So like, it's nice to just ground that out. Some people like to imagine their legs as tree trunks and the roots go all the way down to the center of the earth. And the winter solstice is such a beautiful time to embrace the darkness and to allow what was before to die, and understanding that death in our lives, the symbology of death in our lives, is a temporary thing, or it's a cyclical thing. Death is finite, and the things in our lives that we say goodbye to is most of the time also finite, but then it gets reborn into something else. So right now is such a perfect time to embrace, what are we letting die in our lives? What parts of ourselves are we letting go? And embracing that. Also embracing going deep within. This is a beautiful time to stay inside and go within ourselves and sort of explore, what have we harvested over the last year, right? Like what have we become over the last year? I am more than ready to let go so many parts of myself and let so many things go. And I think a lot of us are. It's just this energy of like, just ready to dust out the cobwebs and just let it go. And another beautiful aspect of the winter solstice is celebrating the light that is to come. Because now we go from the shortest days in the year and access more and more of the longer days where the light comes and the spring springs and summer comes. And so it's a lot about faith and knowing that the light will always come, and being able to embrace the darkness because we know that the light will come. And so if we were to say a prayer, what I would like to do now is just call upon our guides to shepherd us through this winter solstice and the winters of our lives, in any aspect of our life that needs a little bit more of a glimmer of hope or a little nudge more into that darkness, into embracing the quiet places within ourselves. Then I ask for that guidance right here, right now. I ask for Source to speak through me, and so that I may be a vessel of truth for everyone on here and everyone on the replay. I'm going to be doing, I'll do a quick little reading just for the winter solstice, but then we're going to tune into 2023. It's interesting. There's so much more exciting energy. I went back and I watched my reading from 2020 and 2022. I guess I didn't do one in 2021. I don't know. Um, but I went back and I watched those two. And the one from last year, it was just like, I don't know, the energy was so different. And it was fun to go back and watch those and see like what was going on, what kind of did how did that reading come to be, you know? Because oftentimes, like not oftentimes, every time, like when I read things, I get the energy, but I don't necessarily know exactly what's going to happen. And so I never can really know like how it's going to come to be. And so it's just kind of interesting. But this energy now, like it's so much more exciting. I feel this energy of like this being reborn, of this energy of like re-emerging. We're kind of like the image for me was like we're crowning. Like we're literally being reborn and we're crowning, and it's this excitement of like we can come out into the world and we can enjoy things. And that's really exciting. I'm ready for a change. Yes, Michelle, the witch of enchantment. Love it. Blessings. I'm gonna move this candle out of the way. We'll just see if we can leave it there. Laura, hello. Kurt calling for 35 inches of snow. Nature wants to party. Oh yeah. Blessings. Ready for change. I've been working hard for it from the inside to the outside. Blessings, sweet gal. Thank you, Michelle. So I have really exciting news. This reading's going to be a little bit different. I do have my tarot cards. I have some fun new ones. I don't know if I've ever read the Woodland Wardens. I think I might have read this before. It's probably back. Is it backwards? Oh, it's actually not showing up backwards. Interesting. It's flipping it for me. I, of course, have the Yule Oracle, Seasons of the Witch, because obviously, beautiful deck. Love this deck. And then my new favorite tarot deck, Cats Rule the Earth Tarot. It's new. I found it in, is it Barnes and Nobles or Borders? I can't even remember. I'm like showing my age there. It's Barnes and Noble, right? Used to be Borders. There used to be another one called Borders. Anyway, I got this from there. And then I looked up like online and find like the artists and stuff. And it's like brand spanking new. And it's so good and I love it so much. But Jerry, hi. Jamal, I recently started a business. Yeah, I have partial custody of all my kids now. That's great. Congratulations, Jamal. So, nice little announcement. This entire year, okay, well, first of all, I've been gone for a year. And I was gone for a year before then. So I just like pop in every December, apparently in January is like when I come and pop in. No, so last time I was on YouTube, I popped in and I said I was recording an album. A bunch of drama happened where the producer was trying to get way more royalties than they deserved, and we got at a standstill, and we could not really, it seemed as if we couldn't really come to an agreement because I wasn't about to give my royalties away. So yeah, that happened. Really pissed me off. Still doing some healing on that, if I'm being honest. But the other thing that I did was the entire year I entered into a school. For those of you that have been like following me for a long, long time, I used to do How to Rock It as an Empath, and I would teach these specific energy healing techniques. And I started doing that 2013. So I started training at that school, and then I left that school and I found another one online that teaches the exact same thing. Jerry, you're welcome. He says thank you so much for your videos. And so I went into this school. It's called Interconnection Institute, and I did an entire year, and I am of classes, and I am officially a clairvoyant energy reader and healer, which I'm very excited about. So I took those same techniques that I've been learning, but I've been using for 10 years, and I just learned more. I just built on top of that and learned even more. And so really, really, really excited to share that service with people. So right now I have just put it, that's what I had to work so hard to do, is I just put that on my website, where if you would like to get a reading or a healing from me, I am doing it 50% off if you use the code Winter Solstice 22, all one word. It's on my website, DarianEmpire.com. Yes. So I'm so excited. It's something that's so much fun for me to do. And of course, I already was doing tarot readings, but this is just that much further, it's that much deeper. The school info, it's interconnectioninstitute.org. It might just be interconnection.org. Yeah. So very excited about that. So after this, just for a limited time, I think I'm just going to do it maybe for like a month. I'll offer the 50% off the first month, and then we'll just go back to the regular pricing. But yeah, and I only did it for 30-minute readings right now. I haven't put on like my hour-long readings. It's really just to get everybody like a nice little taste. But I figured what I can do right now is I can give you a taste of what those readings and healings look like by doing the full like collective 2023 reading using these techniques. How's that sound? Good? I was trying to figure out like, how do I mix these two? How do I do like the clairvoyant thing? Because we have a very specific technique. Like we go into a meditation and we do like energy healings on ourselves and then look at, a whole thing. And I'm like, how am I going to do that and then do the tarot? So I don't know. This is just going to be a big experiment. See how it works. By the way, I got my Salem cup. Sounds awesome. High five. Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for the congratulations. I broke a leg and ankles, I think you're saying, in the spring riding a bike. Oh no, 2 operations, and I started a new voice academy. Well, that's great. That part of it's great. Gloria. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's do it. Let's get her started. How are we feeling? We got time? Does everybody have time here? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a Yule reading first with this deck. You're feeling energized. Good. And then, so this will be like a little small one, and then we'll get into the deeper one with the other cards. How's that sound? This is just an oracle deck, so I'm just, I'll just read the cards and see. Let's just do like a quick little past, present, future little thing here. Aw, Melissa, you got all the time in the world. Melissa's happy to be here. I'm tired. It's nearly midnight here, but I'm not going to miss this. Oh, Jade. Okay, so I'll try to get to it. I really tried to make it a time that most people could come on. But like I got fans in Australia, y'all. It is so hard to sync up with Australia. They're 16 hours away from me, and that's like, well, this is great. I had plans and ended up canceling. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we're all here. It's all divine. We have what, 26 people on with us live right now? Great. Okay, so I'm going to go into a quick little like meditation. I'm going to look at the energy of the winter solstice and how this can help. I'm going to set the intention that we look at it for all of the people that will watch, that are watching this now, but will also watch the replay. And that I just set the intention that the guides of whoever needs to watch this video will bring them here. And if they want to come here and show me some stuff for them, then that will be great. So just give me a minute. And I'm just going to tune in. I'm going to ground my energy, put up a nice, beautiful bubble of protection. Feel free to like sit in a quick meditation and put up a nice, beautiful bubble of love, of protection all around us, all around those of us who are on the live right now, those that will be on the replay, those that need to hear this the most. It's really good when we're getting readings to be also grounded so that we hear it in the way it's meant for us. I'm just going to call in my healing master to kind of come and help out a little bit, help kind of manage the energy. All right. So when I'm looking right away at just the general energy of the winter solstice, it looks really sloppy. It's like what I'm actually literally seeing is like these colors, red. It looks like red and green, like paint, just like slopped all over everything. But what I see is that there is an opportunity for simplicity when we take. Okay, there's a specific road to take that's just for you. It's not doing it, it's not doing what the crowd's doing. It's really, really going, it's almost like if you go in this direction, it's sloppy and it's muddy and it's like Christmas threw up kind of vibe, you know? But if you take, like, there's a very, the image I'm getting is almost like walking in the woods. One direction, one place you could go is like, whoa, like you're going to be like walking through, treading through mud. And each and every one of you have this little specific space. The candle's going a little crazy. You each have this little, your own little like secret garden calling you. It's got that vibe to it. This intuitive little space that you can go to that is the simplistic thing for you. It's like the simplified path for you. And so how that's like registering in your everyday life is like, if like, don't worry about doing everything in big, oh, it's gonna be this and this and this. It's like, that's, I feel like that's such a theme right now. There's other people that I've been reading where I'm seeing this theme too, where it's like, we're throwing all the traditions out into the ether at one time and we're trying to do everything all at once. Even if it's something as simple as like your winter solstice tradition, like if you want to do a little ritual, make the intention of the ritual simplicity. Like make the intention to bring about more simplicity. And it's just this, what I keep seeing is like, it's simple, it's quiet, and it's just right for you. So there's heaviness. I can see my healing master right now. She's like taking off all these heaviness. It's like, it's coming through as an image of like a lot of coats. But to me, it's registering as like clearing out old winter clutter, which is definitely something that we can do for the winter solstice. It's just like, you don't need all that extra stuff. We've just accumulated so many things over the last few years. And like, we don't need this stuff. It doesn't resonate with who we were. It's actually holding us back because it resonates with an older version, a past version of ourselves. It's the actual physical things in your life that are actually holding this energy of a previous you, a you that isn't you anymore. that just getting rid of those things that resonated with you, the you that you aren't anymore, just getting rid of those physical things is going to clear up so much energy for you, so much space for you. And what's interesting is you can actually turn it into a ritual of looking at the things and wondering, does this resonate with me anymore? Because there's a lot of things that you guys are holding on to that you think because you've always loved it, you just still holding on to it because you think that you just assume, well, I've always loved that. But like that's not who you are anymore. And there's a lot of things that you did once love that you really don't love anymore. And that's okay. Like somebody else can love it. You can give it away and you could donate it. That's a beautiful thing. And think about it going to somebody who can love it and utilize it, you know? There's lots of that. I even see people moving, like not even moving right away, but like deciding, oh, even this house, I've outgrown this house or this apartment or whatever, or this flat if we're in London. Yeah, like a lot of the physical stuff that just holds an energy of past stuff that doesn't resonate anymore. You guys are like fresh, shiny, new people. And there's such a simplistic, like, okay, give me better words because simplistic is the only word that keeps coming to me, but like, it's really your true nature. I hope that's me. I need a bigger house, Kim. Kim, you outgrew your house a couple years ago. Oh, you're going to sell your flat after Christmas. There you go. Because you've outgrown it. Like you guys have outgrown your space. You've outgrown your things. And not just physically outgrown them, like you've matured out of them. But there's this, it's like you've stripped away to a truer nature. Not that you weren't true before, but now you're new. And so it's like stripping down to this naked new you. I'd like some better words to articulate that, if that's okay. See, this is the challenge for me. It's like I could go into the thing and I can look at the thing and I could do that, but then doing it and like opening my eyes and doing tarot. All right. That's all right. We'll learn. That's what we're here for, right? That's why we just do lives and throw me into the fire and see how it works. You just answered a question I've been pondering for days. Beautiful. I love that. Okay. Yeah. See, this is also the thing that I think I'm going to have to learn to manage is I could read every single one of you. And that's what's hard for me is like, no, I need to like look at the collective. But it's like, as soon as, was it Diana that said that? It's like, oh, one of your guides came. It was like, oh, I got more to say. And I'm like, yeah, but this isn't a personal reading for Diana. Got up early. Govinda. Got up early, gave out coffee and fruits to the homeless, offered blessings. Oh, that's beautiful. To the bay, felt down, sad, came home, took nap, woke up, almost got scammed by a fake caller. Now I'm beating a bracelet from San Francisco. Oh, wow, you just covered all your bases. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the cards say. Past. Chills. Look, this is one of my favorite cards in the deck. Present. Hearth. Such a hearth moment right now. This is like, this gives us hearth and home vibes. This whole thing. Future. Guys. The light. I can't make that up. Of course I didn't bring my glasses because I am the queen of unpreparedness because I haven't been on a live in a year. And I'm rusty. Okay, so since this is an oracle deck, we're going to just look right in the book. Where is C? Chills. This is a beautiful card. That's why I try not to comment so much and listen to make it easier. I understand more now. Jamal, you're learning. You've been around a while. Oh, so this is in the past position. Wake up call, awareness, and warning. See, that's what I'm saying. Like what I'm seeing is like we got to look at this past shit that just isn't. I don't think it's like this scary, but like just look at that past shit. Because here's the thing: if we don't clear out that old shit and we bring it into 2023 with us, it's going to be like dragging 2020 and 2021 and 2022 into 2023 with us. And it's like, because it's been like your actual physical items have stagnant energy in them. And like, y'all, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know exactly the things I'm talking about. Oh, you're more chill and peaceful than ever. Okay. I don't have my glasses. So bear with me, guys. Listen, age is upon me. Upon my flesh, within thy bones, quivers a crawling, frozen in numbness. Shall I ignore or shall I bestow it? A frozen knowing looks back at thy soul. Your body is an intelligent being providing you with warning signs. You don't say. When you're in danger, chills are one of these signs, and they warn you to seek shelter and warm so that you do not freeze, just like the body. Your soul provides you with warning signs in the form of your intuition or the gut feeling that tells you something isn't right. Sacred soul, your awareness is needed now. See, there you go. It's like just all you need to do is like look at the things, because don't make an assumption about the physicality of your life. Oh, Sue, I restore old furniture. Yeah, but you make it new. You make it something else. So everybody just give their old furniture to Sue. If they don't want it. And she'll make it beautiful. She'll alchemize it, turn it into something amazing. You may be heading into a situation that can be avoided. There are red flags and cues that you have been ignoring. Okay. You may have felt the creepy feeling that something is off, but without proof, your ego tries to convince you that your feelings are misguided or premature. Do not dismiss what you feel. There is still time to seek shelter from the cold before getting caught at night in the snow. Hi, all. Hello, love. Welcome. And that's in the past position. So there's also some of you that this is going to be an old friend, an old partner. Some of y'all are going to have an ex come back and try to, and you're going to be like, no, don't need that. But you do have to be aware, because you could easily get into that old, that old thing, that old thinking. You know what it is? It's like, that thing used to bring me joy. And so you just make the assumption that it's going to still bring you joy. So like, that man used to bring me joy. Well, remember all the fun times we had, or that friend, she used to be a good friend, or whatever. And it's like, not no more. Or I used to love that shirt, that dress, that dresser, this house. I used to love that. Don't assume that just because you just used to love it, that you would love it still, and that's where the intuition is coming from. Like, it doesn't feel the same and you're ignoring yourself, So pay attention to the things that don't feel good anymore. Because it's nothing like, it's not like this big warning sign, but it's like, it doesn't feel good. And if you continue to not listen, life smacks you in the face with a 2x4. If you're not getting the hints eventually. So it's like 2024 is when the 2x4 will hit you if you didn't purge these things in the beginning of this year. Let's avoid that. You've come here, you've listened to this reading. Let's avoid that. Shall we? No excuses. Because if it happens, If you come to me 2024 and you're like, Darian, I'm gonna be like, I remember you being on the 2023 reading with me. You clearly didn't listen to me or your intuition. Okay. Present position is hearth. May your warmth take in the gazing flame upon the shivers they melt away. These two, aren't they beautiful together? So we're melting the old things that have frozen and should be frozen. And melting it away with the warmth, the true warmth of our heart, what really resonates with us, Let me read. Come, dear, and sit by the fire. Hearth comes to a reading when you are cold, rigid, and perhaps seeing things only from a logical perspective. You're being guided to warm your soul and to experience life from the heart. This is something that, I think the pandemic and people just, being horrible fucking people and the internet being a really difficult place to be, it really did kind of harden us a little bit and our expectation. And it's like now we can take it upon ourselves to choose to be the conductor of the energy from our heart center, Your emotions don't care about logic or reason. The heart feels what it feels. And in this situation, your heart is wiser than your mind. Listen to your inner knowing. Michelle Jones, that hit somewhere, huh? Listen to your inner knowing to guide you. You may feel conflicted. Your mind might be telling you to be more practical, more responsible, or more sensible. Again, that's that like, let's just throw all the traditions of the holiday season and let's do it all. And this is the tradition is what I'm supposed to be doing. But it's like, no, we're paving our own way this year. And we're doing what I feel is like, you could do all the traditions of this holiday season, no matter what holiday you celebrate. You could do all the traditions that the whole family does and the world expects you to do. You could do them all. Or you could do one really beautiful, magical thing that is simplistic and means so much to you that it literally you look back and go, oh my God, remember that time when we just did that one little thing? It will stand out. The peace that you bring to that will stand out so much more than just being in a clutter of tradition. Like, nothing wrong with tradition, but like a clutter of like all the many things that you have to do to try to make it great for yourself and the family and all that crap. Where was I? This is your ego operating from a place of fear. Your soul knows what you need. Now it's letting you know through what you feel. Allow this wisdom to be heard and that all will be well. So the other message that's coming through as I'm speaking is like, you're being pulled by whether whether it's your guides, but your soul as well, whatever you resonate with. They're calling you to things that feel lighter, things that feel a little bit more warm-hearted. They're calling you to things that feel simpler. That right now is the path for you. It looks different for each and every one of us, but like, follow that path, because the stuff that's heavy and complicated and intricate, like it's not going to be good for your nervous system. Like, I just feel it right now. Like, my nervous system's like, because things are just too much. And it's like, let's just throw that into the fire with the Yule log, shall we? Just throw it all in. Fuck all that. All right. And future is light. So let's find that. Really, really should have worn my glasses. Or should have brought them. Oh my God, it was the next page. I'm like, where is L? Hope is but a word casting the unseen. Yes, flame. I love it. Everybody post a flame. If you're throwing the difficult, heavy, complicated things into the fire. We'll have a little digital flame here. This has so been on my heart. Time for use for shining. Is that what that says? Let there be light where light is but a dream. Yeah. If there is one theme you should know about Yule, it's light. Yes. How perfect is this for our winter solstice little Yule reading? The entire celebration of Yule is an honoring of faith in warmer days to come. Hey, lovely. How are you? There is always light after the darkness, and spring will always come after winter. No matter how difficult your situation, know that things will work out. Light is a dynamic card, and when you have drawn it, you can expect an increase in your energy. You're feeling more confident these days, and you're likely to see an increase in your motivation and overall vitality. Oh my God, bring that on, because I could use some more of that. Let's do it all of it. You're inspired. Wonderful. This is a happy card and a positive sign of success. Pulling the light card is like getting a big yes. Woo! Okay. From the universe. You can expect a positive resolution. This is the future card, by the way. Meaning like, what we're moving towards as it pertains to right now in the winter solstice. You can expect a positive resolution when this card comes to a reading. Additionally, pulling light is a sign of abundance and an increase in all areas of your life. You may see an increase in your finances. Oh, okay. I mean, tax time is coming, so. Such as a raise or an unexpected financial windfall. I'll take that. Let's blow the wind this way, guys. Yeah, I need all the energy. Kim needs it after all the money you spent for Christmas. Well, just like put it back in the bank account, y'all. In love, this card is a positive sign of new love or marriage. Oh, okay. You might receive a promising job offer or clarity in a job change when it comes to career. Something positive is on its way when light shines on your reading. Okay. You know what I love about that too is like feel the energy right now. I love it all. I love it all. Everything everybody's posting. The energy that we feel right now, this is how we manifest that. The excitement of like, oh my God, money's coming, good things are coming, hope, wonderful things are in my future. Like the excitement of just getting into that energy, that's how we manifest it. That's how it becomes a beautiful self-fulfilled prophecy, Well, yeah, I'll take that. So that's a beautiful reading. And yet another reminder, the whole purpose of Yule and the winter solstice and the whole tradition of it, and we can get really down to the simplicity of it, is like, what in your life do you need hope in? How can you manifest me? I'm going to ignore that question. You can't. But maybe somebody who makes you feel the same. But I'm going to stop you right there. But yeah, so think about those aspects. And there's multiple for a lot of us. There's multiple aspects. There's multiple aspects in our life where we have lost hope, where we've lost faith, where we've forgotten about the magic and the light and that joy that we feel when something beautiful happens after maybe a dark night of the soul or after a lot of struggle, right? That moment when beautiful things happen and it restores our fucking faith, and we can create that feeling now. That's what faith is. think about the ancients that didn't really understand how the world worked. And it was sort of like a shot in the dark of whether the sun would come again. Is it going to be like winter forever? And then it would come. And then it started to restore their faith. And then they would do rituals for this time to pray for the light to come. And it would be things like, you know, thanking the gods and goddesses for giving us light last year. Thank you so much for giving us light last year. And we just pray for that again. We pray for the light to come again. And it's the faith that keeps you alive during those times. See, back the ancients, it was literally survival. Like you might die. You know what I mean? You might not survive if you didn't have a bountiful, harvest. Or I guess they weren't harvesting necessarily in ancient times. But do you know what I mean? Like if you didn't have enough food for the winter, you might die. So you're leaning solely on faith. So what in your life needs that kind of blind faith where you just trust in the light? You trust that the light is going to come. Where can we exercise that in our lives? It's a real test for your connection with Source, how much you're willing to lean on God. You know, it's a real test to that. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a troll. This video just popped up in my feed and I've never been here before. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Welcome. And we're here doing a reading for 2023 and we're celebrating the winter solstice. So that's what we're here doing. Okay. So let's clear the air for the Yule reading. I'm just going to do that for a moment. I'm going to send it off. Give thanks and gratitude for that reading. Hope that everybody can apply that and integrate that into their lives. And then I want to start to pull up. This is what I was thinking of doing for the annual, for the year. Reverend Prosperous, you're very welcome. So I have the Cats Rule the Earth. I just love this deck so much. No, it's are there more women like me? It's not a space to hit on women. Yeah. So no. Maybe watch my channel a little bit longer, and then we can go into that. Kim, when my husband passed last year, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. And parents this year, man, I lost my faith in many things. I'm grateful that I kept moving forward and faked it. Yeah, I mean, you gotta fake it for survival sometimes, you know? Fake it until I could make it and trust and have faith and hope again. Oh, Kim, I send you so much love. So I am feeling very called to tell you, Kim, and take this or leave it. I announced this when I first started here. I'm doing an offer where I'm doing 50% off on readings and healings on my website. Clairvoyant Energy Reading and Healings. That's what the service is called when you go to my website. 50% off when you use the code Winter Solstice 22. If this is something that you would like to do, I feel your husband very, very strongly. And because I'm doing a 2023 reading, I have to set that aside. But just if you would like to book a reading with me, we can definitely have a chat with him if you would like. Yeah, I have to turn down my second chakra because he just wants you to know that he loves you during this holiday season. And he's with you very, very strongly. Your parents too, but he's really, really very strongly with you. So again, like I'm not trying to like You definitely book a reading. Yeah. If that's something that you're interested. I don't want to be like, oh, book a reading with me. Like that's weird for money or anything like that. I don't want it to be any weirdness, but like I don't have the opportunity right now to chat with him and yeah, he does. Yeah. He is sending you that very strongly right now. So just know that. Yeah. So I'm just going to ask Kim's husband to step aside. Yeah, he's very graciously stepping aside so that I can do the annual reading. So I'm just going to I have my daughter's father passed away 2010. I feel your sweet energy. Thanks, honey. Yeah. It is very, very sweet too. Yeah, my daughter's father passed away in 2010. So what's funny is when I did this class, it's not a mediumship class. When I got my certification in clairvoyant energy reading and healing, but I think because I already connected with him so much, I'm kind of just in that realm. So a lot of people's deceased loved ones, they pop up in my readings often. So if that's something that, if you want to connect with a loved one or whatever, again, I'm not like, I don't say that I'm a medium, but it just happens. Because I'm in connection already with that realm because I talked to my ex who passed on very, very often. We still raise our child together. Okay, so give me a minute to kind of set my space a little bit. We're all having fun. So like the moment I even decided to do this reading, the spirits were having a party. Really glad I caught this, love. Marigold, hello. Live, yeah. So everybody's excited. I keep hearing the song, and it's funny that this that the movie is just coming out, or did it come out yet? But the Whitney Houston movie, the song that I'm hearing, High Rising Star Seed. Oh, is that Lori? The song I keep hearing is, oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Like the spirits are dancing. They're having a party to that song because that's what I keep. They were so excited the moment I decided to do this. They were like, yes, like it's a big old party. So let me just close down my lower chakras so that I don't feel everything. Another thing that I wanted to say is that I actually 2 years ago in 2020, I became a certified channeler. So I started doing channeling too. A beautiful voice. Yeah. Oh, it is Lori. Okay. So here's how I'd like to do this. I want to look at the collective for 2023, or those that will be watching this. Your energy is contagious. I was taking a nap and I think my husband woke me up. Yes. I'm sure he did. He was like, hey, there's a medium online and I can talk to you through her. He was in the dance party. He heard the music of all my guides dancing around me. They're your guides too. Okay, so here's what I want to do is remember the 2020 reading where I did the different, like the 10 areas of your life. I want to do that. I want to do that clairvoyantly. And I can't do it as deeply as I did before because it's already 7:00. So I don't even really have that much time. I don't know when I'm going to pick up Meadow. She has school tomorrow. I should have known I was going to be on this thing for 2 hours. So very true. So funny. Okay. So let's do that. We're going to have to keep track of the areas of the life that so I'm going to write them down real quick. So I do spirituality. So we'll just look at the collective. We'll look at your energy in 2023 for your spirituality, meaning like your spiritual path, what's that might look like, your spiritual connection, all that kind of stuff. Then I do your self, your relationship with yourself. Then I can do family. That could be parents and siblings. It could be your children. She's asleep. No, she's at my mom's. Meadow is at my mom's. Jamal says to Reverend, why don't you join? Are you talking about the coven? He can join the coven, just don't be hitting on women in my coven. There's not much action going on there these days anyway. See, that's another thing I got to rework. Okay, family, we'll do romantic relationships, physical health. Remember, Sue reminded me of my 2020 reading where I predicted COVID. I went back and watched that and was like, oh my gosh. I was like had a moment about that. Where are y'all from? Oh, you're in Memphis. Of course we got a reverend in Memphis. We got people from Japan, London, drawing a blank. Where else? Gloria, where did you say you're from? I forget. I'm in Philly, by the way. I'm in Philadelphia. You're in process of reworking. Yeah, everything needs to be reworked. Oh, thank you, Jamal. Appreciate that. Okay. What am I doing? Physical health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, I have 5 more. Oh, Utah, Seattle, Arizona. We had Chicago, Chi-Town, Tampa. Okay, what else? Fun that's like your recreational stuff. Friends, career, money. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's one more. Does anybody remember it? Spirituality, self, family, romantic relationships, health, fun, friends, career, money. If it's safe to join the coven, I may be in exercising, but I can try. It's just a Facebook group. Yeah, love. I have on like romantic relationship. Why can't I remember? Does anybody remember that? I don't know. Maybe it'll come to me, or it's just not important. I always do that, like forget. Okay. So let's look into spirituality. So I'll just I don't know. I'll just look into it clairvoyantly, and then I will pull a card for it because of time. We're going to have to do the whole year in a very short. Yeah, I do have health on there. I don't practice witchcraft, but I believe in the threefold rule. Yeah, it's not just people who practice witchcraft. It's also New Age spirituality. It's kind of a whole bunch of everything. Kentucky. Never mind, I just said it. What? Oh, health, Greece. Yeah. All right, we'll figure it out. Okay. So let's look at the energy for your spirituality, your spiritual path, your connection with source, connection with God, your faith, whatever that means to you. Maybe it's your craft, if you do practice witchcraft. Maybe it's not, whatever it is for you. Doesn't matter, for 2023. So I'm seeing lots of these just like fun colors. It's got like teenager energy, like fun, exciting, even like joining in with friends. A lot more fun. Just a lot more fun, not so much heaviness. I'm not going to read comments for right now. Just I'll read them after, if that's okay. There is opportunity here for like actual kind of coven energy. And for those of you that don't practice witchcraft, just gathering and connecting. There's definitely an opportunity to kind of meet some new friends that might follow a spiritual path that you're on. And I mean, definitely this is connected with me in the sense that like what my spiritual beliefs or not necessarily that my spiritual beliefs have changed, but like they've grown and evolved, and kind of like finding this new information. Was this reading for me or someone else? This reading's for everybody. If you would like a personal reading, you can go to my website. It's DarianEmpire.com, and I'm doing 50% off right now. I know I just said I wasn't going to read comments. So yeah, a lot of new energy. This gives me the pages in the tarot. A lot of new energy, but like, you know, that fun energy of like, oh, it's just nice to discover. Like, it's like, oh, kind of exciting. So that's actually really great. Like, I feel like in the past we've had a lot of heaviness in our spirituality, and now it's fun. It's exciting. It's like that teenager energy where you guys get together. It's like you're learning things, but you don't even know that you're learning things because you're around people that you're just enjoying. And there's just that fun and excitement of like, oh my God, reading this new book and learning new things and exercising, like, you know, practicing what's in the book. And maybe you get some new, like you have a new practice. Maybe you do a new, like, you know, 40-day practice that just gets the ball rolling. And you have this, maybe you have a new practice where like you go to this one park and you feel so connected. It's a park that's like fresh and new, and maybe you've never been there before, or maybe it's just like you never really went there. It's just like there's a lot of new feelings in the energy, which is great. Ugh. I need that because there's also clarity with that. I feel like for the last couple of years we've been just like floating in the air. Where am I? What's this? What do I do? Like, what does this mean? And, you know, it's funny because like, just like the stuff I was talking about where the things that used to bring us joy and that we used to love, we might not love anymore. Have a great night too, Lori. Thanks so much for popping in. I have to catch the replay. Yeah. It was great to see you. Universal Love Angel. Yeah. So now that is passing finally, and we get to have this more exciting energy. Oh, we get the 9 of Cups, but in reverse. We've been surviving, not thriving. Ain't that the truth? So what's funny that you say that is like the 9 of Cups is thriving. That's such a thriving card. We did get it in reverse because it's like we're still figuring it out. We're still figuring it out. And the things that used to feel like, that used to make us feel like we were thriving, just they don't. I mean, that's the very definition of the dark night of the soul, is that you realize that all those things that used to make you feel high vibe don't bring you that feeling anymore. And you're just like, where is it? You're searching around. Well, we're going to start to find it. We're definitely going to start to find it. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups it's a little bit of a sweet, nostalgic, sometimes can be kind of like either soulmate card or either like a soul aligned path. Kind of like, again, it's got that Secret Garden energy. I'm talking about the movie, and it's a book, right? The Secret Garden. Just like kind of whimsical, childlike excitement. This is a thing that's just for me. And it's finding that secret garden that's just me. It's just for me. It's just mine. And it's, you know, serve my life. I'm trying to get out of that conundrum. Yeah. Could someone drop a link? It might be in the description of this. I don't even know. Yo, how have you been? I used to watch you when I was 16. Hi, love. How old are you now? Oh my God, you're 24. Are you kidding me? You're making me feel old. That's how long I've been on YouTube? Jesus criminy. No, I love that though. Welcome. You're grown now. Now you can go watch it all again and get a fresh new perspective. Is Six of Cups discovery then? Six of Cups is it's past nostalgia. It's the sweetness of like old good memories. Yeah, and then Nine of Cups. We did get it in reverse because it's like things are still top, like it's like the things that used to make us feel like we thrived have been flipped on their heads, and now new things feel like we thrive. Thank you. You'll check out my other videos, but I learned so much in the shadow time. Yes, me too. Oh, and we're going to be such new people. I'm so excited. I want a secret garden and a warmed greenhouse right now. Yes. Me too. Okay. That's beautiful. Let's go into the self. Oh, that's cold. I have a tea warmer. Everybody needs it. A mug warmer. I have it, but it's over there because usually there's like a little white chair here that I usually do my daily like meditating and journaling and all that, and so I keep it next to that. I was thinking I should buy another one. Everybody needs a mug warmer. Get yourself if you buy yourself anything for the holiday, buy a mug warmer because it just keeps it nice and warm. That's why I'm so obsessed with the 80s. And after family members died recently, oh, I'm sorry. Recently, I don't know what that word is. Lectual? That's not what you're trying to say. Does the 80s cheer me up? Yeah. See, you know what's so funny is like that's kind of the vibe I was seeing. Like I was seeing these like, in the 80s, there was, before we got to like the really bright neon colors, we were in like these muted fun colors, and we would wear like, okay, listen, I was born in 85, so I really wasn't like Lectual is on YouTube. We would wear like the headband and it was like almost like it would be like a periwinkle kind of blue, and then we would have this like muted pink and some purples. They were more muted colors back then. That's what I was seeing in the spiritual section. Oh, you drew that card for yourself. Cool. Of course you did. Haven't seen you in years. Hi, Jennifer. Haven't seen any of you in years. Okay. We just got started for the 2023 reading, Jennifer, even though we've been on for an hour and 12 minutes. So sit back and relax. All right, let's look into the self. I'm just going to move away the spiritual. Thank you so much for that. Let's look at our relationship with ourselves in 2023. What is that going to look like? Oh, okay. So just so you know, the way I do it is I look at a rose. That's just the symbol that we use in my techniques. It's something, if you did my How to Rock It as an Empath course, we used roses. So we use roses a lot. And when I look at the rose, it is a black rose. But there's so much depth in it. It's not black as in dark, nasty, heavy. It's none of that. It's not negative. It's none of that. Literally just said to a friend, I'm going to go back to the 80s. Been watching 80s movies. Who's going to watch the Whitney Houston movie, by the way? That'll take you back. More like early 90s. She came out in the 80s, right? I'm here but very late. I'm rewinding and subscribing. Yes. Don't rewind just yet. Stay with us live. It's about revising nostalgia and getting healing and closure. Same vibes. Yeah. Okay. So this relationship with ourself, oh my gosh, we have gotten to know ourselves on a really, really, really deep level, really deep. And I see the opportunity this year to be able to start to flourish and like express who you are now artistically and start to articulate that out in things, whatever that is for you, like any kind of creative outlet for you. But when I said that, just pull it back a little bit, because the moment I said that, somebody was like, oh yeah, I can get out there and just share. It's not about sharing everything. Yes, Wednesday style, Black, embrace the weirdness. Who else saw Wednesday? It was great. We love it. I almost bought a dress just like that, but it was a little bit of a weird fit, so I gotta find a Wednesday dress. If anybody finds one, send it to me. Send me the link. Don't get too excited to share all of yourself at once. We want to really keep this closeness with ourselves this year. And we're not sharing who we are with everybody. We're not doing that. Me too, loved it. Kim, you were the first person to tell me to watch Wednesday. I had like 3 people. Kim told me, Kim's my best friend, by the way. Kim Savage is my best friend. And she was like, have you watched Wednesday? And then like my friend T called me and was like, have you seen Wednesday yet? And somebody else was like, you need to watch Wednesday. You worship the Norse gods and goddesses. Is that a question or a statement? Because no, not necessarily. I am eclectic. I'm an eclectic witch. If you know, years ago, you literally part of my awakening. Thank you. So happy I came across. Oh, that's beautiful. You're the second or third person that said that here. I love that. I still watch. Okay, so we have this deep, close relationship with ourselves this year. I'm a Gemini. We have a deep, close relationship with ourselves. And we're not sharing that with anybody. It's like you know that you are this deep, beautiful, rare rose that is black in color. And Norse Magic and Beliefs is good channel to look for Norse. I don't know what these. Some of your comments are being held for review, and I'm just going to leave it like that. So it's like knowing, you know how kind of rare and precious that is. And so you share it, you share that part of yourself, you share parts of who you are when it is deeply aligned, when you are deeply prepared for it, when you're ready, when you feel safe, when you know that the world knows that you're just as much of a gem as you know you are. It's like, no, you're not getting this. Are you kidding me? Do you know how gorgeous this is? This is fucking beautiful. Only special people get to see this, you know? And it's like, you know, in the past we needed protection. Now you are protection. You just are it. Like you exude it. Because you're like, you exude protection as well as preciousness at the same time. D, my awakening started 10 years ago today. How special to share this time with you. That's beautiful. I'm a Leo, and I don't believe in astrological signs. Okay. Okay, where was I? Ace of Swords. Oh, and the Lovers. There's a clarity of thought being brought, good joke. There's a clarity of thought being brought to us as it pertains to what we're worthy of, who we are. Like it's the love of self. It's a clarity about love of self. And okay, there are a few of you, I'm seeing this black rose, and I'm seeing a few of you look at this, look at yourself and seeing this as not good. And what I mean by is like, you look at parts of yourself and you think, oh no, this is bad. I don't like this part of myself. And you kind of judge yourself. All of it is glorious. So if you could ask yourself, how can I show me a way to see the beauty in all parts of myself if you're not there yet. And that, where you go from having these withered rose petals, that brings life back into it, back into who you are. And there's still many parts of you that you are shedding, that you're plucking, that you're like, hey, you served me at one point, but I'm going to release you now, and I'm going to shed that part of me. And that's beautiful too, you know? There's kind of beauty in all of it. I was forced into awakening. I was a Christian, then left, made me realize it wasn't God's ultimate truth. Yeah. You know, a lot of people come here to my channel having left their religion. And I'm for, like, this is an inclusive community. All walks of life come here, and we accept everybody. As long as you're stepping towards standing in your truth and accepting of everybody else. As long as you're not an asshole. There you go. I tried to sound nice, but you know, it's me. I'm just gonna say it the way I was it. Don't be a fucking asshole, and we'll love you. Okay, that's it. And if you don't like cursing, don't watch me, because you'll get a lot of love and a lot of F-bombs watching me. Yep, I relapsed last year on drugs again. Oh man, I send you so much love, but you got this, girl. But now I'm getting stay away from that. As long as in of the light. I don't know. I'll try not to be one for your channel. Yeah, you can be an asshole for everybody else, just not for my channel. Thank you. Okay. No drain bows. Yeah, that's what I meant. No drain bows. Got it. Love that. Okay. So let's look at family, shall we? I'm just going to move this. Don't mind me. I'm going to use my hands to kind of move the energy of the self that we were just looking at. I'm just going to move these cards to the side. I love the energy of the self this year. As long as you're in the light. Yeah. Got it. Thank you, Willabond, 0007. Thank you. All right. Family could mean many things. Some of us have negative aspects with the family, certain family members. Some of us have very positive. I have children, so I have a positive, you know. I relapsed numerous times last few years, but I'm improving. Yeah, so this is also, for those that don't know, newbies. I also was a recovering addict and had a lot of struggles with, you know, I don't really say that I wasn't really addicted to alcohol, but I was addicted to partying. So I had my addictions and I drank a lot. I did drugs too. So yeah, this is definitely a channel for those in recovery that want to dive a little bit deeper into the spiritual stuff. When you said black rose, I keep seeing a black rose and a little yellow on the rose tips, and it changed to purple on the tips of the black rose. So beautiful. I love that you're looking clairvoyantly into it. That's what I do. And that's for you. That was your rose for you. I love that. Okay. So let's look at family. Whatever that means for you. The rose now that I'm looking at for the family is a nice, beautiful, like this Yule green. It's a little bit darker than this. A lot in there, a lot of history. A lot of history in the family. And that's really what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing this energy of a lot of history, and that's hitting differently for each of you. For some of you, it's just history that's like, I love hearing you say clairvoyant. Yeah. Do I say it funny or just hearing the word? I do have an accent. I have like a Delco Philly accent. We call it a Delco accent. It's the county I'm from. But for those of you that don't know what Delco is, it's a little Philly accent that comes out every once in a while when I say my A's and other things. Usually it's mostly when I say my A's. Maybe I say clairvoyant. I don't know. But so, yeah. So for some of you, this history is grueling. It's a grueling history. It's like, for some reason, there's like a need to look into your family history or review it or something this year. And for others, it's that, you know, when I've only really experienced, I have a divine authoritative feminine voice. Thank you. Appreciate that. BRB. Okay. Remember BRB, gotta pee. Remember AIM? Let's all show my age here. The 24-year-old doesn't remember AIM. I'll tell you that much. Okay, so my distractions and my trying to focus here. So, I've only ever experienced this in long-term relationships where I've been with somebody for like years, and you look at them and you're like, you just feel the history with them. Man, we've been through ups and downs. We've been through um, trenches and peaks and valleys. And it kind of makes you love them more, like loving the history, the historical bond that you have with that human being. It just makes you love them fuller, you know? Like, honestly, my best friend, I don't know if she's still on here, Kim, God, we've been friends for 20 some years. And oh, I will cry if I look into the history and if I really feel the history of, although I'm not doing the friends. This is about family. She is my family, but this is about, family. And I'll get into friends later. But just for an example, she is here. Like if I think about the history that we have, oh my gosh, like my heart will just weep. It's so much love that I have for her. It's so much history. I love you too. Um, so that's what I see. Like I see it on both sides. I see it for some of you, it's going to be like, oh, so too much history, so much history, grueling history that you're going to have to look at to kind of heal through and work through. And it's going to be a lot. But then there's for some others, and for some it's going to be both. But for some others, it's just like really appreciating the history that you have. And, for me, if I think about my kids, it's like being able to watch, I have an 18-year-old, she's going to be 19 this year. And like just looking back at the history and the relationship between us. And, like when you go through ups and downs, it really creates such a beautiful bond. But for some, when you go through ups and downs and you don't really talk things out and you don't do it so well, then you have history that isn't so fun, All right. We've got Seven of Pentacles. We got it in reverse. The Seven of Pentacles is about waiting. We pulled this card last year too, but I didn't do all these sections. So we're kind of sick of having to wait, having to be held back a little bit, having to wait for the family to catch up a little bit. There's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of like, the Seven of Pentacles, it's like I planted my seeds and I'm waiting for this shit to grow, and it's taking longer than it should, or maybe it's supposed to take long and you just are impatient. And you have to embrace kind of the timeline of the way people grow, and the relationships are a very interesting thing. Healing childhood traumas so I can be a better parent. Beautiful. Beautiful. Isn't that's actually, that correlates really great with like kind of doing both of those, like healing that trauma from the family so that I don't put it on my kids, and so that we can cultivate like a really beautiful thing here. But relationships are really funny, especially with family. A lot of people in this community, we usually come to spirituality because we have issues with family. But, I just drew a blank. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, it wasn't meant to be then, but it came back. So when you're in a relationship, there's two people, and you might want to be like going 100 miles an hour and this person's only going 10. And like in that relationship, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And so what's the lesson there? If you're trying to move a mile a minute and this person's still way back here, your lesson is patience. Your lesson is patience. Slow it down. I do see an opportunity to really, really embrace that patience though, and to be just really, really embrace and have a lot of compassion for everybody is on their path. And you may not be where I want you to be, but I'm going to love and accept where you are now so that I can just enjoy what you are now. I think we get so caught up in like, these people aren't being the way I want them to be and I need them to be. And it's so easy for us to get mad at them for that. And of course we all have, we all can have the ability to we all should have our boundaries and those be respected. But like for our own hearts. Sometimes we just gotta fucking accept people where they are. You know? I've been in both places. God, that hits with me. Yeah. I've been going 100 and I've been the 10 mile. Yeah. I used to hate evil people and they hated me too. I found when I realized they have a good purpose. Oh, that's so beautiful. Also, and loved everyone regardless. The love gets returned instead of being hated. Yeah, I need to learn more patience and understanding. Yeah. Powerful message. Yeah. I had a gosh, years ago when I did my How to Rock It as an Empath course, which is still up and still running. It's not open to buy, but like the people who purchased it can still go to it. There's there was like a bonus video that I did at the end, and it was about healing relationships. Because we focus the whole thing on healing yourself. Because when you're an empath, you got to focus on healing yourself before you go trying to heal other people. Because we can be a little codependent. Not me, of course. But one thing I talked about, and I just really just sat and kind of channeled, and just whatever came through me. And one of the things that came through me that was kind of profound and never come through me before that was like, we have these, we put people in roles without their permission. Like my mom, I was like, you're supposed to be this for me. And my dad, you're supposed to be that for me. And my brother, you're supposed to be that for me. And my boyfriends, you're supposed to be that for me. And it's like we put people in roles, but we don't discuss it with them. We don't ask them permission. And so sometimes we have to burn that contract and burn that agreement, because oftentimes struggle in relationship is because both people have signed a contract that the other person hasn't signed. Like, I didn't know I was supposed to be that for you. You didn't ask me to do that. You know what I mean? Of course, we don't do that with our parents because, you know, we just come out the womb and then we just get mad at them because they're not what they're supposed to be. Doesn't mean that we don't deserve those things that we desire, but like you can't get blood from a stone. You can't get things from people that people aren't able to be. And so changing the roles for people has helped me profoundly. So just some advice. Yes. Oh, yes, I do that. I have to keep reminding myself to stop. Yeah. It's like, yeah. It takes a lot to just accept people for who they are. It's funny because when I first started accepting people, I was like, okay, I'm going to really start to accept people for who they are. And I kind of went one person at a time in my life. You're hitting a lot of truth bombs. Wow. Yeah, great, good. And I remember like I looked at one person that was in my life and I was like, okay, if I fully accept who you are, then I really don't want you in my life. Like I don't want anything to do with you. The problem was I kept trying to get them to be something that they weren't. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I accept you for who you are. And you're like kind of shitty. So I don't want to be there. And that happened with a couple of people. Like, and then there's also people in my life that are like still very strongly in active addiction. And it's like, you can't hold on to who they used to be or who they are when they're sober. You have to look at who they are as a whole. And as a whole, it's like I've had to be like, okay, if I accept you fully for who you're showing up as and who you've been showing up as for a long, long time now, I have to say goodbye to you. I love you and I accept you. I'm not going to try to change you, but right now I'm not going to be in your life. And it's been easier for me to make those choices when I accept them and when I stop putting them in roles that they didn't agree to. That's a real big one. Big lesson for all of us. Okay. Where are we? Romantic relationships. Okay. Let me just clear that one. I'm just going to ground some more. I'm going to clear that one away. There's lots of good parenting stuff coming up though. I've learned that the past few years. Yeah. Yeah, lots of good opportunity for, just building your relationship with your kids for a lot of people. What are we doing? Romantic relationships. Okay. Okay, so this rose is white. It's like purifying, clean slate energy. wiping the slate clean, a lot of that kind of energy. And really just that new, like that fresh, cleaned, slate wiped already there. So it's like what I'm looking at is not being in the process of the purging and the purifying, but that it's already there. Again, this is like another theme of like, if you keep trying to do old shit in the relationship space, whether you're in a relationship or you're like me, still very single as a Pringle. But if I were to try to approach a relationship in 2023, the way I used to approach old relationships is like the image I'm seeing is you slipping on ice. It's gonna like you'll fall immediately. And so that'll happen. So if you, it's like your relationship space is already new, it's already been wiped clean. There's already a new thing there. And so have patience with yourself with this one, because you're gonna slip on the ice a little bit in thinking that that it is the old relationship, or that it is the way it used to be, or you're gonna try to approach it maybe the way you used to approach things that used to work. But like that old relationship, that old dynamic doesn't even exist anymore. Like it's so wiped clean, and it's like you got to learn to skate on the ice, and it might take a little bit. Might take you a little bit. Does that make sense? It was very like kind of metaphorical. Oh, we got 2 aces. Dang, we pulled the Ace of Wands last year too. We got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Again, this is like from source. The Wands is like creative energy. The Ace of Pentacles is more in the physical energy. And it's like, again, we've risen. We like the energy has elevated in the relationship space. Me and my partner both gave up drinking. Oh, and I feel like we're relearning so much. Yeah, see, now you get to have, it's like this is a new relationship now. This is like we're going to cope with things a little bit differently. We're going to work through some of our, like now you're going to have to find your own coping mechanisms when you're not, like you don't have the drink to pick up, you know? And also the excitement of like how good your body is going to be feeling, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I just see new stuff. And like, so if you're trying to manifest a new relationship, or if you're trying to manifest goodness in your relationship, or a new phase of your relationship, whatever that may be, really keep your eyes on the prize of like, what's that clean slate look like? What if you could just wipe away all the years of your own conditioning, all the bullshit of the past, whether it's in your current relationship or in last year I was talking about all the kissing all the frogs. Let's burn all the frogs in the fire. No more frogs. What if we could wipe the slate clean? What do we want? What does that look like? 2023 is wide open for you to create that. Let me give you some good prenuptials. We don't lie to one another. We don't interrupt one another. We don't yell at one another. You want me to keep going? LOL. It's amazing how much that helps. Thank you. I don't know if marriage will ever be in the cards for me. Maybe. I don't know if it'll be a legal marriage, though. Maybe just a hand fasting. I'm not signing my life away. No offense to everybody that's married. It's just me. That's just me. Sorry. I broke character for a minute there. No, I'm kidding. But I do, like, yeah, this is such a beautiful time for us to release the old shit. Like, really, okay, so what I'm seeing too is like for some of you that are in relationships, it would be such a beautiful thing if you could, what if you guys sat down together And if it felt good to you, some people's partners don't do this weird woo-woo shit, but if you could find some way of doing this that works for both of you, writing down all the old patterns that you used to have that you fucking hate and throw them into a flame together and vow, like, we're not going to do that. We're going to hold each other accountable, and and we're going to end it with love, right? So the last thing that you put into that flame is maybe the vow of newness together, right? Like, I've been married and separated twice. Would highly recommend the separation part or the marriage part. Okay. Don't mind my cynical ass, okay? I'm very cynical about marriage, but whatever, to each his own. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want. But yeah, I see like grand little opportunity for that in the cards. Okay. My parents are supposedly smart, but they scream at one another like kids. Oh, yeah. Oh. You know, but our parents are like, they come from such a different time. I mean, it depends on how old you are. You might be another 24-year-old, and then basically we're all the age of your parents. No, a little bit younger. Some the same age, but yeah, they just come from a different time. So now we're learning. We're healthy now. We're not doing it the way our parents were doing it. We're doing it different. We're creating it. We've got a blank canvas, clean slate. Let's do it up, right? All right. Physical health. All right, let's put this one away, blow it up, and look at physical health. Oh, physical health actually looks good. I'm seeing a nice yellow rose. There's still a little worry that people are still worried about COVID. Just a little bit. Not a lot of people, but a little bit. There's a little bit in there where people are like, oh. It's like you're healthy. There's everything that's showing that there's health here, but then there's like, oh, but waiting for the shoe to drop. And actually, it's not just for COVID. I just made the assumption that it was COVID on the collective level. But there are some of you that may have had maybe health issues in the past, or maybe you just have that in your head or whatever. And there's a much more, like, it's like you're actually healthy, but it's that fear, that weariness of like, oh, I like feel it in my gut, like, oh God, like, what if I'm not? Yeah, Eight of Swords. That's like literally exactly what I just said. The Eight of Swords is, look how cute this card is. It's hard to take this card seriously because it's so cute, but in the Eight of Swords, like, it's usually in the traditional deck, it's a woman that's tied up, but not attached to anything. So she's actually the one tying herself up. And it pertains to having fears that are psyching you out. So it's like you're psyching yourself out with your own fears. The love of my life, 21 years, but he refuses to work on healing his trauma. I wish he would, so we can have a new slate. Well, you don't have to wait for him. You go and do what feels right to you. And then that feels a lot like, you know, the family reading that I was giving about like having to catch up with people and just kind of accepting people for where they are. He might just be where he is, and might just not be for you right now. Might be somebody else for you right now. Might be you for you right now. You know, I know I'm looking this way because I'm reading comments, but here you are. Okay. So yeah, you might psych yourself out with your health this year, potentially. But I see that you're healthy. Like, physically, you look healthy. Physically, the energy that I'm seeing looks healthy. There's a little bit of something in there. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune. So this is about cycles. This is about what I see as far as physical health. It's like you're going through cycles of your life. Body changes like it's supposed to. And you might kind of psych yourself out thinking, oh my God, there's something wrong with me. But really, it's just natural cycles of life. Affirmations of, I'm healthy, I'm vital in my body. Like that really helps to feed the body. Of course, also like listen to your doctors, all that other good stuff. You know, I don't want to be a liability here. That completely resonated with me too. Yeah. Yeah. So how does that feel? Good for health? It feels pretty good. Yeah, there's still some people that are worried about COVID. It's those kind of like doomsday people. Not like doomsday people, but people that are like, oh, what if that bad thing happens again? And like, and it'll be in you too. Like, so it's being reflected both in the collective and in the internal. Hi, Isabel. You just got here. Well, we're still going. So feel free to come back and watch the replay, but stick with us now. But yeah, you know those people that are like, oh, but what if that bad thing happens, right? And you're like, dude, I'm just trying to live my life. Like, I'm happy. Don't fuck up my happy with all your doomsday shit. You know, it's like, let me be here for a minute. So that's what being in your health is. That's the health area of your life right now. It's like, I also see some of you, like, let's say you start going to the gym and you have all these thoughts of like, oh, but what if I don't? What if I can't do it? What if it doesn't work? What if I can't? And it's like you're psyching yourself out. Let that aspect of your mind be like, you know what? I'm on my new year, new me shit. Let me go. Like, shut the fuck up. Let me just run on this treadmill for a minute, okay? Or let me eat this healthy food. Stop talking to me. I think COVID actually woke me up to get healthy for the next thing. The next thing, meaning like the next bad thing that happens. Are you the doomsday person, Sue? Don't do it. All right. Next is fun. Fun's important. I add fun in here because how much fun are you having? I would say my opinion on COVID, but I may be labeled as conspiracy theorist. Yeah, we're not going to go. Don't rain on our parade here. No, nobody here would target you. Let's just say that. We're not that kind of community. I wouldn't stand for that. But let's just, we're having a lot of fun. Let's not talk about COVID conspiracy theories right now. There's a time and a place. Thank you, though. I think a lot of us, we all, you know, we could go, it's a big old rabbit hole. But you know what? We're on some good shit right now. Yes. We all have that. We all have a party pooper in our head. It's like, but what if that bad thing happens? But what if it happens? If you want to get in shape, I highly recommend Dr. Eric Bird's channel, Intermittent Fasting and Keto. Not y'all, LOL. Oh, yeah, not us. Okay. So let's get into fun. What kind of fun are we going to be having this year? Let me just move health out of the way. Fun. Ha ha ha, of course. There's a lot of not giving ourselves permission to have fun in the fun area of our lives. This is a merry time, so major in I don't know what you're saying. Ecom? Is that what you're saying? We are spiritual beings stuck on this world with one another. Let's have fun. That's true. We're all stuck here. We might as well make the best of it. Cheers to that. Even though my shit's cold now. Yeah, so this is interesting. It's like, what I'm seeing is like this nice colorful rose that's like clouded up with this shadow that's like, economy and politics. Okay, got it. Econ and pol. Got it. Thank you. See how much I don't want to talk about that? My brain couldn't even understand it. I was like, doesn't register. I'm on my party vibe. Yeah, so there's a lot of this not allowing myself to have fun in 2023. Or it's like, can I? Is it okay? Is it okay for me to do this? Let's see a remedy for that. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is about choosing a new perspective, letting go. There's a lot of letting go. Let me spell check from now on. Yeah. Okay. Political science. Okay, I get it. I come to good, positive channels to avoid them. Yes, that's what we're here for. I mean, it's not like we don't need to avoid them, but it's great to have a nice little space to avoid them, like momentarily, because we're bombarded by that shit all the time. So, like, this is that space. We're just gonna have fun. We're just gonna have fun and read our cards a little bit. Okay, so Hanged Man. This is a major arcana. So that means pay a little bit more attention. Pay more attention. Make fun a priority, y'all. Make fun a priority. I can't tell you, Kim, she's agreeing with me. Kim, we need to go out. Kim, I went out last week and I was like, what have I been doing? It was so much fun. I had so much fun. I invited Kim, but she was already in bed by the time I got there. And yeah, so let Kim know to go out with Darian when she texts her to go have fun. Also Italy. We've been planning a trip to Italy. We've been wanting to. Probably not this year, but maybe next. Agreed. So I'm coming too. Yeah, we're all going to a party. Let's go. I got through D-knots. What's D-knots? Okay. So shift your perspective around having fun. It's such an important part. Let me just pull one more card just to see. 8 of Cups. Oh my God, I just clipped out for a second. Oh, Dark Night of the Soul. Man, we have acronyms now for spiritual shit. Thank you. Italy was just on my mind. It's happening. Hell yeah, it's happening. So 8 of Cups, this is so interesting. So usually 8 of Cups is like walking away from something that you've really invested in. And what I see this as, because it pertains to fun and it's like change your perspective and let go. I'm seeing this as like, you know, when you tell yourself, I was just telling myself this today when I was going to get on this to do this live. I was like, oh my God, I need my whole house needs to be clean if I'm going to do this. And it's like, you have to work hard to play hard and you got to do all this shit. It's like, walk away from that. It's okay. Find the card again. It's okay to walk away from halfway finished projects to go have some fun. And then honestly, when you come back, I'm going to paraphrase this quote because I don't have a direct quote, but I always paraphrase Michelangelo when I talk about when we're working on projects, just because I'm a creative person. So I did a study on Michelangelo when I was really, really little. And he would always say, I'm paraphrasing, to walk away from your craft so that you can get fresh new eyes when you come back. So if you're working on something and you're like, no, I'm working on this, or like, you know, give yourself permission to go, take a break. That also includes your spiritual work. That includes like, if you're like, I'm on my healing journey. It's like, take a break from healing to go have some fun, because fun is healing. Fun is how you integrate that wisdom, that truth. Fun is how fresh new perspective comes. I remember I got this client one time and we were going to start working together, let's say on like a Wednesday or something, but it was Friday. And she was like, I'm distraught. I need so much help. Like, it's an emergency. I need help now. And she was like, but I was going to go get a massage or had like an appointment. And I was like, go get the massage. Completely forget about this and we'll deal with it on Wednesday. And just on Wednesday when she came back, she was like, oh my God, I'm so grateful I did that because I can see so much better. It really it really works. It's the part, I see that I'm freezing. I'm freezing a little bit. Sorry about that. I've only been on for 2 hours. So I'm starting to freeze with Buddhist statues and dragon statues. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I want to visit the East. Okay, cool. So everybody just like think about that. What you want to do? Not for you? Oh, I don't know what you're responding to now. Okay, let's move on from fun and go to friends. So I'll push this aside. I gotta take Kim out of this because of course she's gonna pop up when I see it. Oh, interesting. So instead of seeing a rose, I'm seeing like a cutout of a rose. there are some replacements happening in the friendship. Oh, I'm not freezing on your feet. Okay, good. Oh, good. I'm only freezing on my own. Okay. So yeah, I'm seeing it's like it's been punched out. So there's some replacement happening. There's also, like, when I go deep inside, like behind this image, it's like a piece of paper that's the cutout of a rose. And it's like there are some, okay, this is different for a little bit different for everybody. So what I'm seeing is, like, for some of you it's going to be replacing old friends with new friends, shifting around friendships in that way. And then for others, it's going to be recognizing a need and finding new friends that fulfill that need that maybe you didn't have before. Like, you know, it was like years ago, I like came into witchcraft. If I were to find some new witchy friends, like if you come into something new, oh, find some new friends that are fulfilling that need, or something like that. And then others, there's like this deep picture that I'm seeing. What is this? Let me see. I'm going to pull a card. Oh, it's the Empress. Okay. There's a lot. Wow. Okay. There's a lot of feminine energy happening deep beneath the surface with friendships. Even in male friendships, there's a lot of like this newly re-emerging feminine energy where like men can actually have emotional conversations with one another if they're friends. And like there's like those energies are coming, and there's these bonds happening with women, like bonds beneath the surface. Nobody knows it's happening. And it's really strengthening the earth. Like it's like deep, it's like in the crust of the earth energy. The energy is like going into the crust of the earth, and it's fucking rock solid. And it is really strengthening up the planet. So these beautiful connections with women and the feminine energy. And just so you know, like when I talk about feminine energy, I'm not talking about gender of any kind. I'm talking about this ability to be open, right? The feminine is more receptive and open. The masculine energy is more directed and centered and focused, right? But also this, when we talk about gender, this society has suppressed anything that has anything to do with that's slightly feminine. Talking about gender now, women. And women are emotional. And so it's like just accessing the parts of us that are allowed to just be emotional people, and not even like, we don't even need to call that feminine anymore. It's just like being allowed to be open, being allowed to be artistic, being allowed to be spiritual, being allowed to have vulnerable, honest connections. Like there's a lot more openness happening. But what I love about it is that it's kind of happening like, it's happening in like the really quiet place in the corners of the world, not quite in the mainstream. And I feel like 2024, 2025 is where it's going to be like, it's going to come out in the world. We're going to be like, guess what? You can't pit women against each other anymore because we love each other, because we've been building a bond for the last few years behind closed doors, and you can't shake us anymore. Good luck with that. You know, which I love. So we'll just put that with that. All right, career and money is last. I still can't think of what that last one was. Spiritual self, family, relationships, physical health, fun, friends, career, money. Don't know. I'm sure it'll come to me as soon as I come off of here. All right, career. Okay, I see a purple rose. That's right. Yes, masculine energy is highly suppressed in American culture too. Well, Yes, I mean, that's a whole, you know what, we can have a whole discussion about that. Career and money are separate. Do you know why career and money are separate? Because we can manifest money through other ways, not just our career. And I like them to be separate because, yeah, for many reasons. I don't hate on my sisters, no. And that's like, I sense that that's definitely already, we know that's becoming more mainstream where, you know, the women competition, that's going out the window. We've been pitted against each other for centuries. It's a biological thing too. It's connected to a biological thing. But you know what? And maybe I'll talk about that in the future. Oh no, I'm not combining them. No, you're separate. Mine's replacing old friends with new and getting witchy friends. Love it. Yeah. So fun. Witchy friends. Just exploring your power, exploring your connection to the earth and to the self and to the universe and having that fun together. Great. How much are your readings? I have them 50% off right now, so $55 for a 30-minute reading. You need a career reading in a few months after I save some funds. Yeah, okay. So career is showing up as purple. What I'm seeing for the potential in the career in 2023 is, okay, is of course there's a bunch of us, so a few different things. Definitely a potential for much more like doing what you're supposed to be doing. When I say supposed to, throw that word out the window. Doing what you're aligned with, doing what your soul wants to be doing what's really meant for you. Now, let me point something out. We're new now. We're different people now. We've changed so much. Now we can be utilized in different ways, right? And so there's a really strong, for those of us that are like doing something that like we're really meant to be doing, or that it's good, it's a lot of opportunity for that. But also like, even if you don't feel like you're in this like sole purpose career, I'm seeing the opportunity for you getting really clear about what works for you in the business, in the career that you're in. So like these hours work better for me, and that's like your energy is very commanding this year. It has the potential to be very commanding this year, and you're like, hey, this align, like, you know what, I can work my best if I work 4 days a week and if I work these specific hours, and if I could move into that department, I really feel like I could be utilized better in that department. Oh, I have this new skill now and I've been doing this for a while and I know this company better. I feel like I can be utilized in this way better. And so there is some shape shifting, or not shape shifting, but there's shifting and sinking into, oh, this is what I'd be really good at now, because now I'm new. Now I have these new skills, and there's like a fun in that. Five of Wands. Okay, so that shift might hit some of y'all a little bit differently. I'm sensing that Five of Wands is going to be for those of you maybe who aren't in like soul aligned path kind of situations. The Five of Wands is about conflict. It's about struggle, kind of fighting to make things work and to get things going. And you might have to, we got the Strength in reverse. Make sure if you're in a situation like that, that you're utilizing your strengths in a way that really benefit you, and think about how you can benefit, when I'm going to say the greater good, but hear me, this is what I mean when I say that. If you can have a career that's not just about making money, and I know most people on this channel don't just have careers just to make money, but you might. But if you have a career that you're just in it to make money, what if we could shift our perspective and think about, how can I be utilized that's going to benefit in a way that will benefit the greater good? Now that means something different for everybody. For some people, it's going to be like, for me, I want to be a more positive, content-based entity that's pumping out something that is for the greater good, that is for the whole collective, right? I think about the whole spiritual community or the whole online community, and I really want to be somebody who's pumping out really positive, uplifting, like, let's get our shit together. We could talk about this dark shit, but we're going to bring it back to the light and, be a positive influence in the world. For some of you, it's going to be like, what's best for me and my family? That greater good is not on this whole global level. It's just what's best for those around me. How can I be the best me that I can be for the people that I love? What's going to help the whole system? And utilizing your strengths in that way. Don't use your strengths to try to fight to make something work for you that just isn't for you. If you find that happening, it's time to step back and think, you might even want to pray on this. How can I be utilized in the way that God means for me to be used right now? Like Oprah says that, God, use me. She says that prayer, use me. And so there's something so magical that when you feel what it feels like to be used in the way that your soul is best utilized, you just feel so purposeful. All right, money. Money. Move that aside. Of course, the rose is green, which is always a good sign. Oh, money is a funny one for everybody. Okay, it's very split. We've got some people that have a lot of worry, a lot of lack, scarcity. And it's a mentality. And there's this mentality like, I got to work harder and I got to work harder and I got to work harder to get the thing, right? And then there's other people that I see, it's like I got to split it into two roses. Because there's other people that are like, woohoo, just flowing. Like it's flowing, they're flowing. And money is something that they flow with. And it's like riding a wave or sliding down a water slide. Like it's very much, they're in sync with the flow of money. And I've talked about this often, how money ebbs and flows. And so don't let your fears ebb and flow with it. You don't want to be somebody who's attached to the ebb and flow of money. You just ride it. Again, accessing your faith that the light will always come, that the good is always coming, the money will come back, right? You get money and then you buy things you want. So the money goes away, but you have the thing, right? A really good way to connect back with your abundance is think about the things the actual physical things that you have and the wealth of things like items that you have, because you paid with money for them, right? And so you love my Christmassy background. Thank you. Yeah, like you paid with them for money. And then you can think about all the ways that they help your life. And that's one way to connect with abundance. So we have a little bit of a split thing going on here. I used to want to be an entrepreneur, but the universe changed my personality. And now I think I want to learn some skills. Interesting. Fairy Princess Unikitty. How could I reason with my, what is that word? Nihilism? About being for some greater good. Haha, that's me when all my Christmas bills come in January. I did my first Yule log yesterday. Yes, love it. So yeah, so there's definitely a split energy. I mean, kudos to those of you that want to ride, that are going to be able to ride that wave. And it's a lot of fun. Like money can be fun for you this year. It can be like ooh, I get to ride this like little thing. Yeah, abundance does come in many forms. And that's what, like, money is such an interesting thing. Like, if you really tap into abundance, I mean, what is money? It's an energy. Sometimes it's a physical thing. it's a number on your bank account. Like it could, like, what is it really? And it's about tapping into the feeling. What it really is on an energetic level is the feeling of support. It's the feeling of fun. It's the feeling of ease, of flow. Abundance is a word that some people can't connect with, because if you're in scarcity, abundance is not something you can connect with. And trust me, I get scarcity. I've been there, done that. And I just really worked a lot. I worked a lot on my money area of my life. And I just let the money roll in, and I just let it flow. Because what is abundant to me is experiences, it's life, it's the juiciness. Money doesn't, whatever, that doesn't even mean anything to me. It's the experiences, the juiciness in life. It's the opportunities I get to fill more up, with the things that I love, and to surround myself with things that I love. So let me see if there's any advice for the scarcity in life. Eight of Pentacles. Look at this card. I love, this is one of my favorite in the deck. This is the Cats Rule the Earth Tarot, for anybody that cares. Once again, I don't want so much money that I have to be lacking in the next life. Oh, that's an interesting, if you believe that, what is that? Where does that come from? Is that Buddhism that believes that? So I'm content being average. I don't really believe that. But if I do make riches, I want to help people, be an investor for those learning disabilities. That's great. Yeah. I still have a complicated relationship with money, continuing to work on this for me. So you're an artist and you do your own work, and that is really hard to make, it's a different kind of mentality that you have to work through when you're charging money for your own work. This is a whole nother thing. And yes, I've had to work through a lot of that. Still working through a lot of that. So yeah, I get that. But yeah, abundance means something different for me. Oh, okay. Eight of Pentacles. Sorry. I've got a little off track. Yeah, karma. So, I mean, I have a different perspective on what karma is. So, oh my God, so funny. Look, again, we got two split cards. We got the Three of Swords, which again is that scarcity energy. And then we got the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is about focusing. Look at this. This little cat is doing a spell. And he or she, this actually looks like, my cat looks like this. He or she is putting her intentions, I'm going to make it a girl. She's putting her intentions into the cauldron and focusing her energy into that. She's focused, man. I'm not going to break out in Jay-Z rap. But that's that energy. We all, I was going to say we all have the potential to be in either one of these. The people who are in the flow, y'all are good in that flow. Those of you who are in this Three of Swords energy, there's a lot of attachment to money, and it's hard not to be attached to money because your survival depends on it. And I totally get that. And it's something sometimes that you just got to work through little by little. You got to do your affirmations. I do tapping, EFT tapping. That's something that's worked really great for me. Doing a healing with me or any other healer or that you trust or whatever, that's all really great stuff. Journaling, just to discover what your limiting beliefs around money are, really great stuff to do. We all have the potential to do spell work, though, if you do spells. And if you don't do spells, just writing your intention, saying a prayer, and writing it down. Writing down your intention for what you want in money, lighting a candle, putting the candle on top of the piece of paper and letting it burn. It's one little quick little thing that you could do. Yeah. That's kind of a shitty ending. Anything else? We can't leave it at that. I feel like for the people that are going to be in the flow, it's great. Maybe we could remember that last section of life. Spirituality, self, family, relationship. Oh my God, I just remembered it. All right, let's end with that. I don't want to leave it with like, some of y'all gonna be broke in 2023. But definitely do that work. Work on your money section. Work on your money mentality in 2023. That's the final advice. If you're in the flow, great. Stay in the flow. Be in the flow. Love being in the flow. Like, ride that wave. If you're not in the flow, then do some money mentality work. I'm open-minded enough to be wrong. Oh, I'm not saying that you're wrong. If that's your belief, that's your belief. I never say anybody's wrong here, but I always offer maybe a new way of looking at things, or there's always a potential to look at things different. Just the impression I have about karma. I had karmic debt in life. I also do past life readings and healings. Melissa, are you talking to me? Love this live, Darian. The energy tonight on here was amazing. Oh, thanks, Kim. I'm going to do this one more. Before you guys go. What do you have in mind when you say money doesn't only come from your career? Oh, I mean, I manifest money in all sorts of ways. You can manifest money in all sorts of ways. If you get in the flow of money, you randomly find money in places. You can get new channels. I mean, I get child support. That's not my career. You know, just one example. You know, not saying like everybody should just get yourself a baby daddy and then you'll get child support. No, but like there's other ways to get, you know, some people, you might have a rental house and that's not part of your career. You might have an Airbnb. Some people own billboards and just they have nothing to do with it and they just sell the billboard. There's lots of ways to make money that have nothing to do with your career. Maybe I need to reread the Kabbalion. You read the Kabbalion? I have a whole series on the Kabbalion. So yes, maybe there's definitely a reason you're here. I think I may have said mentalism conquers the law of cause and effect. Doesn't mentalism conquer all of the laws essentially? Oh, what's my interpretation of karma? Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. It's been a fabulous winter. Truth is good for all of us. Thank you, sweet soul. Blessed be. Okay, so the final one is your physical environment. That's the final one. Let me do it real quick. So I'm going to put this away. Your physical environment means your physical location. It could be the home that you live in. It could be the work. It's just your physical environment and like the place that you're in. Let's move that away. Okay. Oh, this one, it's a bunch of different colors. It's like brown, like a tannish brown, medium brown, and then like a mustard yellow. And I'm seeing like shifting, like moving around, shifting for different places. It's a little bit for everybody. Some people are staying exactly where they are. Some people are renovating their homes. Some people are moving workplaces. It's a lot. It's a lot. Queen of Pentacles. This is beautiful because this is about the pentacles are physical. We pulled this last year too. So weird. This is about physical environment, but creating a physical environment is kind of like your nice little, like your little castle. So really this year, you're going to be much more purposeful about what you're surrounding yourself with. Whether that be like how I decorate my house, that's very important to me. I'm a Libra rising. If you're a Libra rising or Taurus rising or something like that, we have that Venusian energy where things need to look beautiful, things need to be beautiful, but also like the places we go and surrounding ourselves with comfort and things like that. Okay, so that's it. And then, well, what I was going to say about karma is my belief about karma. I don't believe that if you were rich in one life that you would be poor in another. There definitely, I do believe in balance, but my teacher, my latest teacher, what did she say to me? Something about karma is about how you treat yourself. Karma is what you hold against yourself. Boom. Which was kind of profound when she said that to me. So it's like all the karma, you know, it's like, oh, we have past life. I'm working through all this karma. It's because you're working through all the shit you're holding against yourself. So you're the one, like, you know, playing the strings of karma. Essentially, it's your own soul, which I thought was such an interesting way of looking at it. Thank you for sharing. This has been very enlightening. Okay, that's it. I am complete. The candle is still burning. I'm just going to let this go for the rest of the night to just solidify all of this beautiful energy. This has been magical. I freaking love you guys. Make sure that if my crown chakra is pooped. I'm wrong. I'm far from an expert on things like this. Karma life lessons are often connected as everything. Yeah, but the Kabbalion, if you're interested in if you read the Kabbalion, I have a whole, like, 9-part series or something on the Kabbalion. Popped. Oh, it's popped. Okay. Well, pooped too, but you could be pooped as well. Oh, I love that your crown chakra pops. That's beautiful. Made a playlist Hinduism and science, and I know the first video would interest you. Oh, okay. You have a playlist on. Okay, that's cool. They're sharing. People are laughing. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. This has been so fun. Thank you for staying for 2 hours, and we're almost at 2 hours and 22 minutes. I might have to just clip right off at that. It is very late. It's Meadow's bedtime, and I have to go drive and get her. If you would like a reading, I can also do a past life reading included in that reading. Go to Darien Empire. It's the same name. If you look at the name of my, first of all, you should be subscribed. Subscribe to my channel. If you're not, if you're new, please subscribe. Darien Empire, which is the name of my channel. If you go to DarienEmpire.com. Good night. Got to get the kids to bed. I love you, Kim. Thank you for being on. I love you so much. I got to get my kid. I got to go get her and then put her to bed. DarienEmpire.com. There's a banner right at the top that says Winter Solstice, 50% off if you use the code Winter Solstice 22. It's on the website, so you don't have to remember it. It's listed there. And it's 50% off, so it will end up being, it's like $55.50 or something. They're usually $111 for 30 minutes. But in the future, I will have hour-long ones. Like once this promo, it's just because I'm just starting to do these. Once this promo is over, I am going to do the hour-long ones. If you really, really, really want an hour-long one, just like message me or something. Oh, you joined my empath group. Cool. Just message me online on my website and I'll set you up with that. But they're not going to be 50% off. The only ones that are 50% off are the 30-minute ones. So that is that. Just so you know, it's me. Oh, Debbie. Oh, hi. How are you? You have a different name on every platform, don't you? Hey, I want you to watch that first video in the Hinduism, scientific proof, prayer and spells work. Why scrying works. You'll love it. That sounds good. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Blessed Yule. Happy Kwanzaa and Hanukkah. Let's dance. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. You know what? I brought my guitar because, well, I have it all the time. I was actually going to sing a song, but it's like way too late now. So maybe another time I'll come on. Should we do it before or after Christmas? You can book it right now and you can book it for anytime you want. The promo will be going, the past life readings, yeah. And it's called a clairvoyant energy reading and healing, but that I can do past life readings in that. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I want to dance with somebody. Is anybody going to see that? With somebody who loves me. Not only two. Yeah, I was gonna play my song. I was gonna play my guitar. Should I do it? It's gonna be so late. I'll play like a little Christmas song. Maybe I'll just do it, and then you guys can just head off. If you want to head off, you're more than welcome to. I'll sing a 3-minute song. You guys can head out. And just for the hell of it, you know? Ugh. Although I need to find a pick. Don't know where one of those are. Un momento. Okay. We're just doing it full circle here. This is a full celebration. Now I'm going to get nervous. I only know one Christmas song on guitar. And I'm going to dedicate this one. I'm going to dedicate this one because this song is by an artist in the queer community, and one of my followers and beautiful friends in Australia did an LGBTQ, I don't know if he's done it yet, but he's doing LGBTQIA plus event for singles who just, you know, need somebody for the holidays. He's doing like a whole event. So Morgan, he's probably going to watch this on the replay, hopefully, because he's, I don't know, he might be sleeping or just about to wake up in Australia. This one's for you, my love. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. This year, save me from tears. I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy. Keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with an old saying, I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. I was actually going to sing a couple more songs, but we don't like originally that was the plan. But I'll have to come back another time and sing some more songs. And then I'll be a lot more prepared because I just like decided this yesterday and haven't warmed up my voice or nothing. Oh, you don't need easy songs to play. Excellent. Hope you do live streams often. OMG. It's a great song, like Redemption Song. Oh yeah, we're just naming songs here. Yeah, Redemption Song by Bob Marley. Good song. Okay, now you guys are just having conversation. Okay, thank you guys so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a very Merry Christmas. Have a blessed Yule. Beautiful winter solstice, beautiful holidays. Hopefully I see you before the new year, but I don't know. We shall see. I do have new things coming. I do plan on coming back onto YouTube and not just seeing you a year from now. It's the easiest way to be psychic and become more psychic. Okay, you guys are having a conversation. Goodbye, everyone. I love you so much. I am actually going to leave now, but I don't know how. Oh, there's an X here. Okay. Hopefully this saves. It should save. Oh, I'm not really that great of a guitarist, but I'm more of a vocalist, but thank you. Merry Christmas and blessed Yule to you and your girls. Thank you. All right. Sending it off. I'm going to ship all the energy out. So much fun. Thanks for being on with me for 2.5 hours. Love you guys.